2 dogs. I enjoy kayaking in the outdoors. And I love doing anything artsy.
Aw, that's awesome. Wait, what do you?
2 dogs. I enjoy kayaking in the outdoors.
We can't have the audio. Wait, I'm so sorry. We're
Can we mute this?
having some technical, yeah, so we're just gonna close that.
Okay.
Okay, great.
There we go. I think we're good now.
Perfect. Wait, so we had a little bit of difficulty going live, everyone. I'm Rylan, this is Amy, we're the StreetFest coordinators, and this is Olivia. Can you redo your introduction, Olivia? So
Yeah, I can do that. That's okay. My name is Olivia Mason. I am a senior at Kelvin, and I'm majoring in graphic design and in writing. I've grown up in the Grand Rapids area all my life. Always living in the Kentwood kind of south side, and I enjoy anything artsy. Yeah.
Wow.
So we wanted to start just by giving you a chance to talk about like your artistry and yourself as an artist. Kind of like what are your favorite like mediums to work with? When did you start producing or like making art? Do you have artists who inspire you? And like, do you have anything that you would want to share visually with us?
Yeah, so I'll share a screen real quick here. Oh, I think you guys
Hold on, one.
have to share.
Okay, stop share. Okay, can you try again?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so this is my Instagram, and I would say I've been making art all my life, but I kind of settled into something that was more kind of urban sketching a few years ago. So I always kind of had some watercolors and a pen nearby so that I could just sit down and draw whatever I was seeing in the moment. So that's kind of where I started really feeling like I had more of a series going on. And then, of course, I love acrylic paint. So anytime I get to do something kind of fun at that, that's something I always like really enjoy. And as of recently, my art has become a little more simplified. I'm interested more in just shapes and kind of like filling in thicker lines and seeing what kind of happens with the shapes. So it's more about the process, just sitting back and enjoying peacefully creating something. Some of the favorite themes that I have going here is the dots, using different dots to represent stuff like potentially water or air, or in some cases here, light. And then also just filling in really bold visual lines. So that's something that's kind of been informing my art. And I would say the biggest influences on that currently would be ceramic artists, because they use a lot of really simplistic, redundant kind of themes, but they're really peaceful to just sit and draw. And then also I'm always listening to music when I am doing art. So I think the biggest influences would be musicians that are jazz musicians, lo-fi musicians, specifically the artist French Kiwi Juice, and then Jonathan Ogden. So it's kind of just recently art has been a more relaxing kind of exploring the process and then seeing what the result happens to be for me.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
that was lovely.
Wow.
It's really cool. So when we saw your Instagram, like this really stuck out to us, kind of these like bold lines that you have mixed with kind of like the small dots and everything. And it's cool to see how it turned out.
Like represent. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And that kind of like leaves kind of a segue to the next question. Maybe, please talk about the way you chose to represent the theme visually of like follow enriching roots, and how did you come up with this image?
Yeah, so when I started sketching, I was spending way too much time trying to like draw the Grand Rapids skyline just right. And I was like, that's really not what the theme is about. It's about the work that's being done in the community to make Grand Rapids better. So I ended up focusing the visuals down on the roots and the icons below. And I wanted to make each of the icons a little more, I want to say almost vague. Like you could look at them and think of multiple different themes that someone could be contributing to the community based on their skill set. And I also, with the little people, what I wanted to do was have a little person kind of handing each icon off to someone else to kind of hint at the idea that, you know, there's a lot of good work being done in the community, and you're getting a chance to be invited into that. So you're also like receiving something by participating.
Amazing.
That was
Yes.
lovely.
Yes.
We had a specific question about like the circles. Was there like a meaning? How did you interpret the circles that you did?
How would
Like
you-
the icons?
I think so. The paintbrush for me is just art and just creative fields in general. Because Grand Rapids does have a reputation for being a very artsy kind of city. I think for the scales, I would look at it and think justice, but you could also look at that and think like business. And so, so kind of like it could go either way for a lot of them. Like for the book, that could be education, that could be history, that could be kind of storytelling, sharing culture. So for each of them, I kind of just wanted everybody to have a little something in it.
Yeah. Wow.
That's awesome. It's kind of like intentionally what you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bouncing off of like the theme specifically of follow enriching roots, could you talk about like kind of what that meant to you as you were working on developing this piece? Maybe do you see it tying into the way you do art or the way you live in Grand Rapids?
Yeah. So for me, as I was thinking about it, following enriching roots, it's all a part of recognizing you're part of something that's bigger than yourself. And so it's an invitation into that as well. So you're not like when you go out and serve, you're not only contributing to that space, you're not only serving, but you're learning from the people that you're serving with. And so with my art at this time for this summer, which was very hectic for me, I usually am trying to figure out like, what's my voice? What am I trying to say? But I actually kind of had to take a step back and just, especially on my Instagram, let other people shine and show what other people were doing in their communities and kind of just take time to listen to what other people were doing. And that has been really healing and really encouraging to me. And so it kind of just rolls into the theme of like you're just kind of receiving from others as you're serving them.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I think we like you were talking about on your Instagram, we kind of wanted to give you the chance to do that here if you wanted to like share other artists that you were excited about.
Okay, I'll share it again. And so this is something that's been kind of going on for a little while here. So if you've been in Grand Rapids this summer, you've probably seen all the artwork up downtown. Because after we had a riot, all the windows are boarded up. And this woman she's the lady who took the time to connect artists to the businesses to get murals up on all of the windows. And there's a group of maybe like 7 artists who kind of became leaders in this project, though there's like a lot more people who became involved. And so I've been just a huge fan of like what they've been doing by just making spaces for people to share their voices. I think that's a really important part of community building, is just recognizing when you have the resources to let other people shine. So I really love what they have been doing, I'm a huge fan of what this guy has also done. He is a photographer and he started using his platform to let these artists kind of tell a little bit more about themselves. So if you want to learn a little bit more about them, there's like little 3-minute documentaries about their stories personally and what they've been doing in the community.
Wow.
And they've decided to they call themselves Element 7, and they've decided to continue trying to make opportunities for Black, Indigenous people of color to do art in Grand Rapids and to feel supported, like they have a bit of a community for that. So that's kind of something that's been encouraging me all summer, watching this blossom into something and like continue with the momentum.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that artwork, this past week, the artwork was auctioned off to raise money for that's going to go back into the community, and that kind of culminated in a bit of a party / kind of live stream painting project last weekend. So that is a whole cool project this summer that's been blossoming in the community, and I hope it continues.
Yeah, and all local. This is happening in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, this is all like, I don't know if the artwork's down yet, but like if you've been here the past few weeks, you can just go right downtown and see all this.
Yeah. That's definitely a cool opportunity for people that are interested and people that are new students, you know.
Yeah, a good way to get to know the area.
This is somewhat of a very kind of a different question, but do you remember your like looking back at your own memories of your first StreetFest? I guess, yeah, what were your thoughts during that time when you were introduced to the Service Learning Center and service learning?
Yeah, so I'm a part of the Artist Collaborative at Calvin. So our StreetFest experience was actually going around and seeing some of the different arts institutions in Grand Rapids, which I had been a part of already, seeing before. But I think my first impression was just that it was beautiful to see how many different things are already going on here, how many different opportunities there already are to just get involved and learn from people. Yeah. Sometimes it seems intimidating that if you want to go help, you might not know where to start, but it was beautiful to think there's already all those resources that you can just go and start learning from people who already know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So we're kind of getting close to 11 here. This was a very quick last 12 minutes. We have oh my God, sorry. We have 600 new Calvin students who are tuned in on YouTube right now. Is there anything that you want to say to them as we wrap up?
I would just say you don't have to have it all figured out right now. That was the biggest pressure for me as a freshman, to like figure it out. In high school, I didn't think I had to have it figured out, and then freshman year hit and I really felt pressure. So don't feel pressure. Don't feel pressure, I think is the biggest thing. Like, relax and enjoy. You're gonna learn so many new things. So just let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Olivia, for this.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, again, everybody, this is Olivia Mason. She is the artist behind the artwork on your t-shirts.
Do you want to shout out your Instagram art handle?
Oh, sure. It's Rainy_Sai. Yes. The name has no significant meaning whatsoever. But that's what I am on Instagram.
Oh, yes. Okay, I think we're gonna let you go and let our go to lunch now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Have a good day, Olivia.
Bye.
You guys too.
Thank you.